You know, for a guy that said he wasn't going to be online today, I've kind of been here a lot. But I was thinking about our friend Mr. Karry. He was doing videos today that I checked out. I was thinking, hey there, Karry, there he is right there. So Karry, keeps bragging about this medicine he's on that's saving his life, I guess. And I didn't really know much about it, so I thought I'd do some research. And what's the best way to research a medicine is watch a commercial for it, because that's where all the truth is, right? So I went and grabbed the commercial, and I thought, let's watch it together and see what this stuff is.
To tell, I take one's daily guardians at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with
That's
type 2
cool.
diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects.
That's nice, Karry. That's nice.
In blood or urine, which can be fatal.
Well,
Stop Jardiance and
everything has side
if
effects.
you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing.
Well, that could be a
General
problem,
infections in
Karry.
men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur.
Wait, what? Did he just say what I thought he said? It's,
And around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have
back it up a little farther there. What can occur around the anus in general? What the hell?
or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur.
Life-threatening bacteria around your ass.
Tired and pain, tenderness,
Karry.
swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic
Oh my
reaction.
God.
Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
As the kids say today, WTF, Karry? You're taking a pill with a life-threatening bacteria in your ass? I don't know, Karry. Hello, Howard. Oh, man. Karry. Anyway, I don't know what else to say, Karry. And how are you doing, Howard? Well, I guess since the Wibbage is here, we might as well stay on for a little bit, huh?
For a little bit. I don't know how long, but for a little bit.
Oh, God, you do not sound good.
I sound worse than I did earlier, huh?
Yeah. So they're doing an all Grateful Dead Yule log. That's cool. So I don't know what Nikki means by a little bit, but I'm making this a hard time out of 10 o'clock my time. That's 45 minutes. If
All
anybody
right,
wants
that'll
to
work.
talk a little.
Is it an open panel?
I was just going to grab the thing and throw it over there. I think if I put it here, it shows up as a link in the YouTube one, doesn't it?
I don't know. put it in and yeah, it does.
Okay.
And
I obviously didn't go through the thing of popping out chat and stuff like that because I was just going to come in and look at Mr. Karry's drugs and see what they were about. And, oh my God! Speaking of killer bacteria around the asshole, STDs here. So anyway, folks, I imagine everybody here does know by now, but me and Fink will be on his channel tomorrow during the day. Anybody wants to stop in, hang out for a while? We have no idea what we'll be talking about, what we'll be doing, if we'll look at any videos or whatever, but he's planning on starting at 8:30 a.m. and I imagine he'll want to quit. Maybe he'll go 11 hours at the most because he'll be working tomorrow night.
yeah, I'm not sure. I know he mentioned that Alice's restaurant again, so
Yeah, I figured that's why I was doing copyright test on it whenever I saw him talking about the one time. And I guess, did he play that today?
yeah, he did.
Yeah. I always like it. I'm not going to go grab it because it's long too, but there's an Arlo video of when he and some other guys, including Pete Seeger, were doing a outdoor concert a few years ago over in like Norway or somewhere over there. And he does oh, I don't, it was Elvis. I don't think it was I Can't Stop It. What was it? It was the other. Well, anyway, but it's just funny how he presents his songs. Damn, now that's going to bug me figuring out what that Elvis song is.
Oh, you can do your research.
I know. I just, a lot of times I like to see if it'll come on its own. You know, I don't know if this happens to you, but you ever be trying to remember something like an actor or something, and you think, okay, I'm going to have to go to IMDb or whatever and put that movie in, and just when you go to look it up, then it comes to you.
Oh yeah, all the time. It's called getting older.
It is Can't Help Falling in Love. I'm trying to think of the. Oh well.
STD asked if you could remember any of the words.
Well, that's what there's like a line to it that I'm trying to remember that would give it to me. I'm just oh, let's try this another way. Anyway, you all set for tomorrow?
As far as I know, we are.
Maybe this is it.
You know, if you would quit pushing buttons, Carrie, you wouldn't disappear.
I didn't even touch a button that I know of. Yeah, that's a different Jardiance commercial, and I didn't know that about that. I thought he was just rubbing the commercial in my head because I said about it being stuck in my head, and then when it came to that part, I was like, "What?"
It is Can't Help Falling in Love. Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
It's not Thanksgiving yet. What are you, some kind of commie? Hey, Kiwi.
Happy early.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah.
So, what do you got to say for yourself, Mr. Fatal Bacteria in the Anus?
The primary care thought it was a good idea.
Well, if you look up the statistics, it says there's only like a 50-50 chance of getting that.
But she said I didn't like it, I could go back to metformin. But it cost me like $11.20 after insurance. When the metformin, I think, is free. Sorry.
That's right. No, I'm trying to think if it's Jardiance that people were taking who didn't have diabetes and they were taking it to lose weight.
Oh, did they?
No, that was oh, hang on, I'll look it up. I know what you're talking about.
I think so. If it is, it's at the tip of my tongue.
You're supposed to swallow it, not keep the medicine on the tip of your tongue.
I think there's a medicine that keeps you from throwing up. You put it under your tongue. I forget the name of it.
Ozempic? Was that it, Nikki? The Ozempic?
No, Monjourno.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Those are Ozempic and Monjourno are all injectables.
But yeah, they had, I guess it was like a big Hollywood thing.
Oh, that would be
They were getting,
Ozempic then.
they were getting the doctors to prescribe it to them for weight loss when they didn't have a medical reason for it.
Yeah, that's the Ozempic. Because you get Ozempic face from it.
So that's what they mean by O-face.
Yeah.
So I think for deciding not to go live today, I think this is my third one.
Yeah, you did the corporation gifting.
Oh, yeah.
And you did one before that. That was only like maybe an advertisement for tomorrow. I don't know. And
Yeah,
then this
that's right.
one.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
I'm like kind of in a fog.
Yeah. Finkel was wondering about doing a multi-channel thing tomorrow, and I said I didn't think, it was a good idea. Makes it harder to manage and stuff. And afterwards, I thought, well, I guess maybe I should announce it on the other channels just in case people wouldn't notice his.
Yeah, and I mean, with it being on his channel, like we all said, if the chat does get a little bit whatever. It's better on his channel than here.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe when I looked in on his thing today that damn Theo is broadcasting from the hospital again.
Yeah, he's on
That's about
Northwood.
five. That's about
Sorry.
5 times he showed up on panel from the hospital.
Yep.
He's worse than you, Karry.
Yeah, I was just going through and seen him on Northwoods, and he had his avatar up, but I was like, oh, I recognize him. It was from here.
All right, so Carrie, since we all gave you such a hard time last night about what you eat, what have you had to eat today?
All I had to eat today was a cup, fourth cup,
Trying to think of a good lie.
fourth cup of macaroni, couple pieces of chicken from Sam's Club, you know, it's already baked, and some green beans with ketchup.
Look,
You know what macaroni is, right?
it's a carb.
Sugar.
Carb, yep. Carbs turn to sugar. You put ketchup on the green beans?
Yeah, and on my chicken.
Okay, I don't, but I've seen people do it with chicken. I could accept that.
I figured it was better than the barbecue that I thought was zero sugar, but it ain't.
Yeah.
But I hadn't had
Okay,
and I had some a fourth cup of pistachio ice cream.
so that was dinner. What'd you have for lunch?
Nothing.
What'd you have for breakfast?
Oh,
Nothing.
you were saying a quarter cup of macaroni, right? Is that what you meant? A fourth of a cup?
Probably about 4 or 5 fourth cups of macaroni.
Hey,
That's all I
Justin.
had. But I'm not getting no sugar rush or anything. My sugar's good so far.
So I
And I
got a
didn't eat,
surprise. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I didn't eat no peanut butter pie.
Well, it's probably gone by now, isn't it?
No, there's still a slice left.
Uh,
It's done kicked my butt 2 times. I'm not doing it again.
I got a surprise care package from my insurance company today. You know how you youngsters wouldn't know about it in person, but you see the commercials for those add-on Medicare insurances.
Uh-huh.
But so I got a package today from that insurance, and it was apples, pears, potatoes, carrots, celery, cranberries, sweet potato. Oh, that's cool. Even though some of it I don't have a use for, and I'll give it away. They should have actually sent them out a week ago because people would do their Thanksgiving shopping, but I still thought that was kind of a neat thing.
My wife used to get mom's meals in Florida when she had to have a epidural block done. They done mom's meals. I don't know if you ever heard that.
I've heard of them. I imagine they're probably like Meals on Wheels or something.
Yeah, but it's like nutrition trays. You just throw them in the microwave, and
Yeah.
kids don't like them because they're nutritious. But
Yeah.
like
Mr.
hospital
Carey
food.
don't like them because they're nutritious.
Oops, my camera went out. Sorry.
Or not. You know, a few years back, my sister was delivering Meals on Wheels. And it was right at the time when the one famous commercial had just been playing, advertising a product specifically for old people. And my sister went to deliver a meal to this one lady, And, you know, part of what they do, they're also supposed to, like, make sure the person's okay. Like, if they don't answer the door, they're supposed to check on them and stuff. But anyway, my sister knocks and she, like, opens the door and she's like, you know, Grace, Grace, are you here? And from the other room, she hears this little voice go, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, I've seen that.
And it was like sad, but it was also kind of hard not to laugh because it was like right when that commercial was big.
Yeah, and my son delivers Meals on Wheels, and um, he, you know, like you said, they have to check on them. They have to interact with them, make sure that they're still acting the same as they did, the day before and stuff. And
Mm.
he's actually had to call the paramedics now twice
Oh,
for a
Hey,
couple of
nerdy.
clients.
It annoyed me a while back. There was like a fill-in guy delivering them, and he took one to my brother's house. And I think my brother was late coming home for a doctor's appointment or something like that. He wasn't there when he came home. That meal was sitting there waiting for him. It's like, well, wait a minute. That guy went in, obviously had no idea if my brother was in there laying on the bathroom floor or anything, you know?
Well, they've changed it now to where they cannot leave the meal without seeing the person.
Well, that's supposed to be the rule here. And well, like I say, that guy was like a fill-in guy. He wasn't the regular guy. But yeah, like I don't know that they do that like evaluation like you were saying about here. They just, because I get them, and the guy always just comes in and says, "Hey," I said, and I go, "Thanks," and he leaves it on my kitchen table. 'Cause 90% of the time they don't see me. One nurse convinced me to start getting them. She said, "Even if you just drink the milk, it's something." It's like, all right. But some of their
Yeah.
stuff's actually pretty good. Carrie, would you shut up?
sure.
Is that pickle juice that you're drinking, or is it soda?
It's black coffee.
Okay.
It's about done. They got a zero sugar peppermint creamer at Walmart, and my wife let me try some of it. It's actually good.
Mm.
Tastes just like peppermint, and it's zero sugar. I'll let you see it real quick if you do use sugar and knock something down.
It seems like they've gotten better at their formulating because, you know, it used to be if something said, you know, zero sugar or zero fat or whatever, you could also count on it being zero taste. Yeah.
But it actually tastes good. What she usually drink is the caramel macchiato.
Oh, yeah.
And my 82-year-old neighbor, he's got a thing that's implanted that takes his sugar all the time, and he takes insulin shots. But he eats whatever. He says he don't care. I guess if you're 82, I guess that'll work. He's a veteran too.
Yeah. Well, that's true too. I remember my mother, and she had an aide, and the aide would go shopping for her. And one time the aide, she came, was here, and she got groceries, and she bought 2% milk. And I said, my mother doesn't get 2% milk; she gets whole milk. And she said, well, the whole milk isn't good for her. And I'm like, she's 80 fucking years old. You really think milk's gonna hurt her now?
And I never ever understood that. I mean, we've always drank whole milk. 2% milk is just colored water. It does not taste like milk.
Yeah, tastes just like water.
Well, you know what I get for my coffee? I get heavy cream, but then I only put, it's like that much at the bottom of the cup.
Oh,
In fact, the one thing of cream lasts me over a week.
oh, does it? When I was younger, I used to put sugar and milk in my coffee when I was younger.
I never have been a sugar guy. I do like
Hadn't.
cream in it.
I know, like Splenda or something, a few, years more into it. And then I just started just drinking it black, because even when they do your sugar, they tell you you can fast and you can have it black coffee, but some places that do, other doctors' offices don't like you drinking anything.
Well, the only, from what I heard, the negative part of coffee, I guess, is salt.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It seems that's what someone told me one time. I may be remembering it wrong.
I'm learning something new, so
Well, it's actually the caffeine that dehydrates you, so it
Yeah.
pulls some of your other chemicals down. And it can show that you're dehydrated, and when you're dehydrated, sometimes it does pull your salt down.
you've heard of spinal headaches, haven't you? When they poke around your spinal canal and stuff, they tell you that's
Yep.
supposed to. They say it's supposed to help. I was drinking caffeine left and right. That was back in 2004. Never helped my spinal headache. Yeah,
Well, I
almost had to
hope
do
they
it.
tell you to.
Go
Hope they
ahead.
tell you to drink plenty of water.
No, they told it was in 2004. Told me to drink a bunch of caffeine. They almost had to put a blood patch, whatever they call it, on the spinal area. That's when I was doing my pump trial in Louisville.
Yeah, you should be drinking. You should be drinking water. I mean, you can have the other stuff, but make sure you drink some
Yeah.
water every day.
Yeah, we got a bunch of bottled water. The landlord went to Sam's Club and she got us some waters. Tap water has a weird taste to it here.
It's funny, we have pretty good faucet water here,
Do you?
but my niece visits from New York. She doesn't like it because she's got almost pretty much just straight spring water. So even though I can't taste that, she can like taste the chlorine and whatever. But it's not. I never thought it was that heavy here. Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
I couldn't drink the water straight from the tap, even though theirs wasn't too bad.
Yeah, the tap water here tastes like you're drinking it out of a water hose that's been sitting out for a while.
You know what? Now that you say that, that's what the Pittsburgh water was like. It wasn't like it was bad, but it had that kind of a flavor to it. Like that, like when you drink out of a water hose. Yeah.
Yep.
Must be some kind of process they do. I don't know.
They put a lot of, what, I think, fluorine in it or something, or chlorine, or
Fluoride and chlorine usually.
yeah. It's raining here. It's supposed to be 100% chance of rain tonight.
I don't think all we have coming up the next few days is cold.
Yeah.
You see, well, no.
I think Saturday we have snow.
Actually, 11 p.m. tonight, it says 100% chance of precipitation. I swear that's different from when I looked earlier.
It changes, don't it?
Yeah. Well, after tomorrow, it's supposed to be just cloudy for the next few days and cold.
Yeah, snow's supposed to stick here Saturday on the roads.
Dang, Nerdy's already hitting the minus temperatures. Where'd that damn Kiwi going? He's probably like sitting in 70-degree weather right now.
No, actually, he had said the other day that it was snowing there.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I heard well water's good.
Well, it depends. There was well, there still is. There's a literal mountain spring a lot of people would go to. It was right near the one highway. Anytime you'd be going up that mountain, you'd see people pulled off with their milk jugs and stuff. And that one guy I know that it was a scientist. He actually worked for like Merck, another prescription company. You know, he was some kind of chemical, whatever. But anyway, he decided to stop the one day and take a water sample and test it. And he was like, "Those people have no idea how much crap they're drinking." He said that water is so much worse than what's coming out of the faucet. Even though it tastes good because it's cold, you know, from spring and that, so it just tastes better than that. But yeah,
Uh-huh. Now, I've had sulfur water that they have it at Metcalf County. It comes right out of the ground, and I mean, it's clear, but it tastes like freaking nasty.
Well, that's because that's by the coal mines.
I didn't know that. But yeah, I mean, they got a little fountain that just comes up.
the creek, it runs right through our town. When I was a kid, it was just about pure red. Over the years, it's eased off now. Now it just has a little bit of a like orange tint to it, but that's from the coal mines. Yeah, sulfur.
Yeah, the water here before they put in the reverse osmosis water treatment plant, it smelled like sulfur and it tasted worse.
Yeah.
You know, you make Kool-Aid with, 1 cup of sugar But
Yeah.
if you use the city water, it didn't matter how much sugar you put in it, you still tasted the salt.
Mm.
And it smells bad, that water, too. The sulfur water.
Yeah. Westerly winds 19, probably a wet weekend. Hey Siri,
Hey,
what's the
Mitch.
temperature in Auckland, New Zealand right now?
It's 72 degrees right now in Auckland, New Zealand.
It's 72 degrees, you dirty lying bastard. Hello, Mitch.
That's what some of our heat thermostats are set at, 72.
Oh,
Well,
it's windy. It's
66,
windy.
because you got to
Mm.
remember it's 19 Celsius, which is 66.
Siri just told me it's 72 Fahrenheit right there right now. And she wouldn't lie to me. Hey Siri, would you lie to me?
You have my utmost admiration.
There you go. That did sound like a lie.
Oh, hey, Mitch, while you're here, I'm going to e-bag for an email from you for the podcast so you can tell part of your story. Haha.
Oh, e-bag. I thought you said e-bag. I thought, what the hell's an e-bag?
Well, you could go virtual deer hunting and e-bag a virtual
Yeah, yeah.
deer.
Get the old duck hunt game out. Try to bag some ducks.
Yeah, with that dog that snickers at you when you miss.
Yeah. Well, that would be good if you did, Mitch, because remember when we were talking about the original lineup and you were saying, well, I don't want to just do all women, and so far all your confirmations have been men, well, Karry and men.
Hi, Culture Club. Glad to see you joined us. We really weren't supposed to be live.
Hey, Trap. Yeah, we're just doing a short one. Karry said he couldn't sleep tonight if we didn't have a live.
Yeah, I'm wide awake.
Oh, Amaru? Yeah, definitely sounds like a French name. Yes, my mouth just stopped working. Since there's a few more people here, I will mention again that supposedly starting around 8:30 a.m., Finkel will be starting. I plan on joining him. we'll go through the day for any other people who are bereft of young loved ones and are sitting home alone, or people who want to stop in between courses and things like that.
Don't know who all's gonna show up, but or
Yeah.
even what the conversation's gonna be.
No. We might mention Thanksgiving here and there.
Finkel wants me to get together with her on a show Finkel wants to do. Guadalupe.
Why does he want you and her?
Sound effects. He says I do good sound effects and she does good sound
Oh.
effects. I'm kind of scared what the sound effects are. Because she was already making obscene sound effects this morning.
Yeah, I only saw the last couple minutes of this morning's.
I was in and out. I was in and out with Culture Club this morning. I was in and out with Old Guy Mitch this morning. You know, I still had to work all day, so
I watched Mitch do his dance for nerdy. Okay, Mitch.
Culture Club, you could grab the link and pop up here.
I was actually sitting in the CVS parking lot because I didn't want to go to the parking garage at my doctor's appointment because it cost $20, and I'm like hearing all these noises while I'm sitting in the CVS parking lot waiting for the, time to go to my appointment.
Well, Culture Club, I can use that icon the next time we try and go live on your channel.
Imagine there's a lot of people on the road right now. In case anybody missed the beginning of the show, we found out that Mr. Karry has a fatal bacteria of the anus. So
Well,
he may
actually,
not.
it's a side effect of the medicine, 50-50 chance.
He's got it. I mean, look at the guy. You can tell. He may not make it to Christmas.
Wow. Thank you.
Well, that's okay. Last night, while he was, eating the peanut butter pie and the 4 scoops of Cool Whip that he put in the yogurt container, um, I changed his headline to Dead Man Walking, and he
I
didn't
didn't
even
see that.
notice it.
I'm getting a little hoarse.
Well, you know, they're cute, but how can you ride them?
I like peanut butter. Mama said peanut butter's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Nerdy, we actually asked him what he had to eat today, and we can all yell at him because he only had one meal rather than at least 3.
Oh, I ain't had no sugar coma yet. I ain't going to. I done got my butt kicked twice. This is what I'm like when I'm watching channels. I end up falling asleep and then end up waking up with a bad headache like 4 or 5 hours later after eating.
And Carrie, you know we're only giving you a hard time because we care about you, right?
I know you care about me, but
Muckster doesn't, but yeah.
Well, Kiwi cares. He told him not to let his ass explode.
True.
I have to read that.
Of course, he might just not want it to happen on camera, though.
True.
Hey, we probably go viral then. Good.
Yeah. Here's a picture of my arse. I'll end up having to have an avatar like Guadalupe with a big old seed in the middle. This is what my arse looks like after taking Jardiance for so many months.
Mitch, I can't yell at you for only having one meal because, that's you.
Well, plus is Mitch a diabetic? It's the diabetics that they're always saying you should have meals throughout the day.
Right.
Yeah, some of them don't listen.
Yeah, we know. Look in the mirror.
I only got type 2. I don't have type 3 or type 1.
Look at Culture Club's question.
No, it was separate. I had a peanut butter pie, and then later on, I grabbed a yogurt and put maybe a fourth a teaspoon of whipped, maybe a bunch of those 1/4. But I ended up giving it to my son after they gave me a lecture. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't eat that. So I ate the other one off camera.
And pickles. And drank pickle juice.
Yeah.
And didn't you have a cookie last night?
Yeah, but it was before y'all went live. That didn't count.
It's kind of like when you drink diet soda with sweets, and that divides the calories.
Yeah, I don't talk to my I mean, I have a nutritionist, but they asked me if I needed anything. I told them like a dumb person, no, that I was managing it fine. But if they were to look at these lives, they know I was lying.
Well, they probably know you're lying anyway.
Here is a diabetic grifter.
In fact, I imagine those people probably just assume everybody's lying when they claim that they're eating what they're supposed to.
I mean, if I get a gift card for the visit, I have them come out, and I get a gift card, then I'll abide by it for like 10 minutes. I should be I mean, I've already got my ear. It's got a bump on it. It's already in the medical books. I gave them permission. They took a picture when they was doing genetics on my oldest son. And they asked if I could use that picture, and I'm like, yeah. So I'm in a medical book somewhere in the world.
Hello.
Are you sure? Was
There,
it? You sure? Was it a medical book or was it Ripley's Believe It or Not?
it wasn't Ripley's, believe it or not. It was UK genetics, when that's how they determined my son had an X chromosome deficiency and all that other stuff.
No.
And where the gene come from was from the mother. So if my daughter, when she turns 50 and has a kid, then her child could either have the autism gene to manifest, or it could be a carrier.
Culture Club, he's not on Ozempic, he's actually on Jardiance. And
Yeah,
yes, it is
which
for
gives you a fatal
diabetic.
bacterial of the ass.
But yet they filled my metformin, so I got my metformin and Jardiance. It don't make no sense. I got that tonight. I'm like, why am I got a metformin?
You're supposed to take them both.
She told me not to. She told me if one didn't work that I could go back to metformin.
Yeah.
Then my primary care when I was in Florida was more like, pushy about it and preached to me.
Well, I'm not going to preach to you. I'm just going to tell you, this is what you need to do. And if you listen, you listen. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, he asked me if I was if I had a clock, whatever those things cameras they stick in your ear, and I'm like, no. And he goes, well, how old are you? And I said, I think 35. And he says, you're full of shit. I said, at the time I was 46. He says, yeah, you'll have to have one in about 4 years. Colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Ask if you can do Cologuard.
Now, I've done one with my insurance over the mail where you leave a sample and you send it through the mail.
Yeah,
and it came back nothing. Yeah. It came back negative, and I had a lung scan done. There's no cancer or nothing. They said there's some nodes, but they're not serious, so I quit smoking.
And yeah, Culture Club, she is cute, and yeah, none of us are really sure who the father is.
Yeah, I quit smoking about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, you probably quit smoking about 20 times a day, huh?
I'm down to 3 cigarettes a day.
Well,
Hey.
no, that's good. I mean, 0 is best, but if you could actually cut down that much, that's pretty good.
Yep. Pack a day. I meant 3 cigarettes a day.
Anyway, I'm going to be a hard ass. I said I was shutting down at 10 o'clock because I want Nikki to go get some rest so she won't be coughing and throwing up all over her family tomorrow and having to sleep when everybody's wants grandma around. So I'll say thanks, folks, for coming in, and stop in and visit us tomorrow if you are around.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.